OK, now Emily has joined us here in the studio. Well, we've got her on screen. She's actually Milton Keynes.
Yes, you are. Hello there, Emily.
Hello,
Can you hear
Emily.
us?
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for taking part in this feature. And Mia, I imagine you're already looking at Emily, trying to ascertain a few things as you stare at her.
Absolutely, yes. Working on the hoop, as it says, yep.
Yeah.
OK, so can we have your predictions then, past and present, please?
Yeah.
Well, firstly, I'm going to work as of now, not using the stuff that's in the envelope, because I can't remember what's in the envelope, so I'll be interested to see what comes out there.
Are these envelopes the things that you predicted from 4 weeks
ago?
ago?
Let's be absolutely clear. Later on, we're going to look at your future predictions.
Yes,
but we're going
to work right now on what I'm seeing now.
Yeah.
Now, as I'm looking at Emily, her aura colours are so sensitive. We've got light blues, we've got greens, we've got pinks, and this means that in her childhood, she had to always feel that she was doing that bit more. You know, she's always will do 110%. She always feels that she's got to prove more than other people. She's going to be very organised. She's going to need things to be in order and feel like that she's going to be achieving all the time.
You can tell this just from the colours?
Yeah, and the eyes. The eyes and the auras.
Okay.
Windows to the soul.
David's already shaking his head, by the way, over here.
OK, Emily, does that sound like you as a child growing up?
Possibly.
Yeah. And I'd also, because of the colours at the moment, the weekend's been a bit rocky, so all sorts of stuff's been going on.
What have you been up to?
Wow.
And so emotionally, you're going to be feeling a little bit weird at the moment. Things are changing around you at the moment.
So possibly quite sensitive.
Emily, what do you make of that?
Yeah, that's actually very true, yes.
Wow. Yeah.
So, OK, now, can you be... So, this is, again, we're focusing on past and present. Can you give us something more specific, maybe? Okay. Something more rock solid, so knock this guy over.
OK, to do with your education or your career, it's going to be a mixture between either media-typed, like work, to do with the media, going in front of people, but I'm also getting a lot of music in the background, as if music's going to be a big part of your life. And that's confusing for me, because I'm not sure if this is your major hobby or if it's coming over into work. We have got exams. You did step back from something. You didn't want to go forward with some education, and now you're going to take it back up again. So be brave, go forward with it. Do not step back. Do not let go.
Right. So,
Emily, is that true? Are you involved in music or...
Media?
I'm not involved in either music or media, although I used to play the piano. So technically, no, those aren't quite true.
Right.
OK, can I just ask one very quick question?
Yes,
How can you focus on one person? You know, if you've got other people in the room, don't you get sort of mixed signals?
No, not at all, because even though she's not doing the media now, you know, I've got no worries. That's her driving thing. I don't see her working 9 to 5 in an office. She's non-conformist, this girl.
But it's fascinating. You're reading somebody without talking to them, just by staring at them.
Yep.
However, that sounded like a slightly inaccurate assessment, if I may say so. She used to play the piano. That doesn't quite tally with what you were telling us.
I still think that there's far more to do with this woman to music, even though she's maybe not seeing it. And I'm not saying that you're wrong. Obviously, you know your life. I think that your soul and your passion is to do with music, and it's to do with being out there and being in front of things. You're not to be hidden in the back cupboard. You're not to be hidden in an office.
Let me just ask our cynic, David Lewis, have you changed your mind yet?
No.
What about the piano thing?
Well, yeah, right, OK. 9 people out of 10 in this room played the piano when they were kids. Well, it's something kids do, or used to do. No, no.
What about the aura colours? What do you think of that?
Oh, I think it's rubbish.
No, why not? Mia knew that Emily had a big weekend out.
Well, yeah, OK, she's a very attractive young woman. If you hadn't had a good weekend out...
I didn't say that she
Easy
had a
now,
big
Tiger.
weekend.
Yeah, come on,
Emily,
good job, she's in the studio.
We've met your type before.
Well, we are going to have a look at, a little bit later, about your future predictions. So that was past and present, and it is after the break that we're going to see how good Mia is at looking into Emily's future. That was a quick look at Emily's past and the present, and now we're turning our attention to the future.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for coming in. I don't want you to talk to me, I do all the talking.
Down and sealing them in an envelope. Dr. Lewis did ask questions, lots of them.
The idea is it's going to probe your unconscious mind.
I definitely believe in psychologists.
Psychological tests to help make his predictions.
Body language, I think a person can give off a lot about themselves.
Were sealed in an envelope, and now, a month on, those envelopes are about to be opened.
Ooh, did you like the slightly eerie music there?
I liked it very much.
I put that together in my studio in my bedroom yesterday. Didn't take me very long.
Well, we did rehearse this last week, and that was your suggestion, and you came up with that.
I did, of course. Now, we are finally going to find out what are in those envelopes. Where are the envelopes? Can we have them, please?
Yes,
thank you very much. There you go. Richard, you can have the top one.
Thank you so much.
That's Mia's predictions.
A nice touch with the sunglasses.
And
Thank you
I've
so much.
got David's personality test
OK,
results.
so this is the big one. So, Mia, this is what you said would have happened to Emily over the last 4 weeks. Right, Mia, you said of Emily that you see health issues, a stomach, this is quite specific, a stomach ache, rash on skin, or a problem allergy. Emily, does that tally? Has that happened over the last 4 weeks?
I haven't had a rash on my skin. I always have health problems because I'm an arthritis sufferer, and I've suffered from arthritis since I was a child, so I always had to take medication for that. Stomach problems I've always had as well, and was diagnosed with a migraine of the stomach.
Well, I think that's pretty good, Mia. That's what you were saying, isn't it?
Pretty
Right,
good going.
time to eat that hat, David.
I don't think so, no.
Why not?
Because most people have minor health problems. It's interesting, she didn't actually say...
No, Shang, that was quite specific, stomach.
Yeah, OK, well, a lot of us have stomach upsets. I mean, it's a subjective validation. She has a stomach ache. It's coincidence. It's just
I still would say that she would have more of a stomach problem than most people.
Yeah, I think if you'd said to her, you're arthritic, now you could have actually, a doctor could perhaps diagnose this from just looking at the symptoms and
But
signs.
Emily's arthritis would flare up and down. Is this correct?
Enough of your row for now. Emily, hang on, let's have a look at another one of... Tossing out. It's another one of your predictions. You said that Emily, over the last 4 weeks, she would have been studying and working towards a career. Music and media are strong subjects. Emily?
No, that's not correct. I did finish my exams just before I came to the studio, previously, about 4 weeks ago, but they were already over.
All right. Next point. Mia said you will take an unexpected trip to Brighton or very close to there. You will also go to Spain, but have a problem with your passport. Has that happened in the last 4 weeks?
The Brighton part is quite true, although we haven't actually gone now, but at the time, the day before I actually came to London, I had a friend trying to organise her birthday down in Brighton, and I was trying to plan to see whether I'd been able to go.
Well, this is incontrovertible evidence.
No, it's not.
Trip to Spain, though. Any mention of going to Spain on a holiday?
Spain, Emily.
No trip to Spain, I'm afraid.
Let's move on.
OK, right, we've got your personality test.
Yeah, this is just a personality test. This is what the test says about Emily.
But you asked her questions.
Well, she filled in a completed questionnaire of 185 questions.
And this is
so I've had a huge head start on Mia, who's just been...
Yeah, Mia was just staring at her.
OK, let's have a look at what you had to say. He says that you are quite emotional and you get upset easily. Is that true?
Yes, that is true.
OK, you are realistic, tough-minded and self-reliant and insisting on your own independence.
Very true, very true.
Very good, David.
Well, it's not me saying this. This is what the personality test says.
Yes.
She filled it in, so she should know.
OK, you do not like to conform and like to be seen as someone who gives strong opinions. This means it's hard for you to accept that you are wrong and you are reluctant to be swayed by other people's opinions.
I think my family would say that's spot on, actually.
And could I also just add that she had the highest intelligence of any of the subjects we interviewed. She's obviously very good at abstract thinking.
Is that right? Just to be clear, though, she didn't write down these exact words. You asked her a series of questions and you put together these assumptions about her.
Well, they come out of the test. I don't have to invent them.
We've also got here, you get frustrated when events move slowly.
Yes, that's true.
And you need to feel valued and set yourself very high standards.
Yeah, that's also true.
Wow.
Spot on, isn't it? Pretty spot on.
It's personality test.
It's also what I said about non-conformist and being very hard on herself and etc. in the beginning of the show.
Well, I mean, here's the important thing. We are doing this every Monday for the next 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So this battle will continue.
I would like to have a reading as well.
Yeah, I'd like to have a reading. I wouldn't mind. Let's do one after the show. But let me just say this, Mia. Are you disappointed with how this has gone today? Because your predictions weren't very accurate. Only the Brighton thing, and that didn't quite come off anyway.
The Brighton, the stomach,
She
the
didn't actually go to
studying.
Brighton.
She'd just finished it, but I said exams, even though she just finished it. Time, a few weeks either way is very difficult. And, you know, the big